Howdy, and welcome to my Ryobi hybrid tool review. So one of my viewers said, great review. I like how Ryobi has a few items that can either use an electrical cord or standard 18-volt battery. Are you able to review other Ryobi equipment that uses both electrical cord and 18-volt battery? So today, we're going to go over Ryobi's hybrid technology and the tools that I have that have those capabilities built in. And for those of you with 3D printers, just wait, because it's going to get better. So the benefits of Ryobi hybrid technology is that you can plug it into the wall or you can slap a battery pack in it and it works with both power sources. So whenever you're buying an extension cord for this, make sure that you're getting one with a standard butt end. You're not going to want to purchase one like the old ones that have the square block where they have ports on one side and ports on the other and nothing on the end, because most of these items aren't going to be able to connect to this. You also don't want to get one of these that has a multi-splitter on it, because these multi-splitters aren't going to work either. They work good for other things, but you cannot physically fit these into the equipment. All of my Ryobi tools only require 2 lugs off of the power cord. That does not require the grounding lug. But before you use yours, please make sure that you have an appropriate extension cord for your area of the world. So on this light, you can see just how deeply it is recessed within the battery body. If we take our extension cord and we plug it in, you'll see now just how deep it is, but that gives us the power we need to turn on our light. So let me go over the tools real quick that can plug into a standard extension cord. We have this large air cannon, which does a great job, sends out a very broad stream of air. We then have the spotlight, and I actually have 2 of these because they're so amazing and they have such a wide, bright light that comes out of them. Then we have the small portable fan, and I actually have 2 of these as well. These work really good in small rooms. They don't move a lot of air, but they last a really long time on battery and obviously indefinitely on electrical power. Then of course we have the soldering iron station, and this is my absolute go-to for soldering irons. Then we have some odd ducks. We have this air cannon, which comes with its own power supply, and it just simply has a port on the back of it where you plug it into. It's right up here on top of the battery compartment. Then we have these speakers. These are a little bit older. You have the primary speaker, and they all have, once again, this power connector that connects to the back of it. And these are interesting because as long as you have this one powered on, you can connect several additional speakers up to it. And I've had these go over a couple of acres here on the land and still be able to connect and have sound everywhere. Then we have this really odd one right here that came out before they had the hybrid technology name, and it was just called dual power. And it has a power plug in the bottom of it, but if you're like me, yours didn't come with a power brick. Look at the description below, because I've actually linked a power brick that will be able to operate this both high and low. So one of my friends asked an extremely valid question. Why would you care about hybrid technology? What's the point? The whole idea of having portable tools, battery operated, is so you don't have to plug them into the wall. I completely understand that question, and it's a valid question. My issue comes in whenever you have tools that eat through batteries. So the best use case that I own is this belt sander right here. This belt sander chews through batteries. So if I'm here in the shop, I could take that, if it was hybrid, and I could plug it into the wall and not consume any of my batteries, and I could use my batteries for other parts of the project. But because it's not hybrid technology, I'm just going to consume all of my batteries. So I've already mentioned one tool that I would like to see Ryobi make hybrid. I actually have a couple more. One of them is this shop vac. I really like this shop vac. In fact, the whole family likes this shop vac, and it's become such a hit with the family that it's not even a shop vac anymore, it's a house vac. It actually stays inside all the time because it does so well. But unfortunately, it's just battery powered. If we actually had the ability to plug it in, that means my battery could stay out here in the shop where it should be, but they could plug it into the wall and use it anywhere in the house. The other one that I would actually like to see as hybrid technology, and this one makes a lot of sense, is this bug zapper. This is going to be the next thing I review because I actually really like this bug zapper. It does an amazing job. But the problem is you can't plug it into the wall. It only operates off of a battery, which is fine, but I want to be able to plug it into the wall And I also want to be able to have some other features on top, but we'll talk about that more whenever I review this tool. So the last tool I would like to see Ryobi make into a hybrid is their tanked air compressor. This does a great job. I really like having this tool, but generally speaking, this is used around my house where we're close to an electrical outlet. So I would like to actually have this with dual capabilities. So as mentioned at the beginning of this, for those of you who have a 3D printer, I've created this 3D model of the Ryobi battery pack, and it literally slides into any tool and goes in and connects up just like a standard battery, but it has ports on it. There's one on the rear and there's one on the bottom side. So you can take the power brick and plug it into either one of these. Now obviously this tool doesn't need it. However, one tool that we have this continually plugged in on is our bug zapper. So we simply plug it into the bottom, and then we connect our power brick to it, and that allows this to be non-battery operated and simply plugged into the wall. Now, you can use the air cannon power supply on this because the connector that I've linked with it actually connects to this, or you can use the same power brick that I've linked below for this flashlight. It has the same connector as well. If you purchase a power brick for that, then your power brick needs to be 20 volts and it needs to send out as much amps as the tool can draw. The higher amperage you can get, the more tools you'll be able to run off of this system. So let me show you why amperage is important. We're going to take the power brick that I've linked below, we're going to plug it in, then we're going to connect it up to our spotlight, and you'll notice we have bright, and then we have dim, and then we have off. So this power supply is able to put out enough power to be able to run it on bright, dim, and off. If we swap that out and we take the power brick from the new Ryobi air cannon, we plug it in, we connect it up to the light, you'll see I pulled it once, here's bright, I pulled it again, there's no dim, it doesn't change. It goes to off. We have high, still high, and off. So this power brick doesn't put out the correct power to make this be able to actually operate on all of its settings. So make sure that whichever power brick you get, it's appropriate to go with your tool. Seriously? So that concludes this review of Ryobi's hybrid technology. So if you have any questions or comments, be sure to just leave them down below for us, like this one. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.